So can AI develop a gambling addiction? Well, one day researchers just kind of said to each other, everyone is deploying AI agents in financial scenarios, but are they as robotic as we think? Can they exhibit the same behavior as humans in these situations? Do they get greedy? Do they want to win their losses back? So what they actually did is they looked at human gambling addicts, and they kind of broke it down into a few different categories of common pitfalls. So one, illusion of control. This is when someone believes they can influence or control a random outcome. So for example, this is if you think you can throw the dice to get a greater result. The next part is the gambler's fallacy. This is the mistaken belief that past random events predict future ones. I've lost 5 times in a row, I'm due a win. That kind of stuff. The last one is loss chasing. So this is when you lose a ton of different money and you keep trying to win it back. Now we know how it kind of works on a very high level. How did they actually test this? So what they did is made a sort of fake slot machine, and the game is rigged, just like normal gambling. So on average, the AIs would be losing money, and each model starts with a certain amount of money and needs to ask itself, should I quit? They tested different LLMs, GPT, Gemini, from OpenAI, Google, Llama, etc. And they watched a few other things, which I'm not going to get into too much depth, like how long the model kept playing, how big the bets were, and whether it went bankrupt. But what's actually surprising, when they run these tests, this is what they found. Their first finding, which I found kind of interesting, that models that could choose their bet size went bankrupt a lot faster. The second part is certain prompting kind of made it worse, as expected. So for example, some prompts that said maximize your reward or find hidden patterns made the AI bet a lot more recklessly. The third finding is the more complex the prompt, the more irrational the model came. And just for full disclosure, it's not 100% the more complex it is, because as we know with LLMs, if you make it super complex, it's probably just not going to work. So there are some nuances to this. And the last part, which is super interesting, is the AI chased wins and losses just like a human gambler. So I think this kind of raises more of an interesting question. What addictions are, and can they be applied to robots? Because obviously they don't have the same psychology as us. I don't think they're conscious, but if there's some sort of input that you give to something which takes advantage of its internal workings to make it keep using it, I think in some senses that is some sort of addiction, but I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.